everybody. Welcome to my second level of Mad Mage. I'm gonna be running Wyllowood for this awesome group of people that I can't wait. Some of you already know, some of you don't. Some I already know. And I can't wait for you to meet everybody. So I'll start with myself. I'm Nox. You can find me on the internet, on the Twitters at NoxNoctua. I tweet about whatever I want, especially games. And you can find me on here a lot. I'm going to go ahead and start. I wonder if I can do the Eugenio thing. Start with Mr. Gregory. Introduce yourself. Tell us where we can find you on the internet. And who's your character you're playing today? Oh, and sorry, before I forget, my pronouns are she, her. Carry it away.
Well, good evening, everyone. I am, in fact, Gregory. I will be playing Hadar, the Dragonborn Eldritch Knight this evening. Pronouns for both of us will be he, him. And I can be found on Twitter and YouTube. You can search for 1N20DND, and you will find me there. I'm also on Instagram, too, but more about that at the end.
Awesome, thank you so much. Super excited for our Dragonborn Eldritch Knight. Anders, introduce yourself. Don't forget your pronouns, where we can find you on the internet, and tell us about who you're playing today. You're muted, by the way.
And now you can hear my
Yay!
voice. Thank you. I'm Anders, and you can find me on Twitter at Anders_D_K. I tweet about D&D. Pretty much that's it. Tonight I'm going to be playing a little halfling girl with she, her pronouns. My personal pronouns are he, him. And she's a little swashbuckling rogue.
Yay, for swashbucklers. Awesome. Super excited for that. Next, Ash. Ash is someone that I know in the real world, and we play games together in the real world, and streamed a little bit of Blue Rose with them and some of our other real-life friends over on my channel, which I'm not really doing that anymore. But we're still playing the game, damn it. Ash, tell us about you, where we can find you on the internet, and who are you going to be playing today?
Yes, hello. I'm an internet lurker, a long-time internet lurker, okay? Like, you're probably not going to see me on the internet, but I will see you. You can find me on Twitter. I think I have a mixer because I have an Xbox One, but I don't really ever use it. But maybe, you never know. And yeah, you can see me playing Blue Rose sometimes. When we get back to it, it's going to be great. It's going to be a marathon game, and when it comes out, you're going to hear about it from Nox, and you all are going to watch it, and it's going to be some sweet, sweet shit, okay? Yeah, so my character is Roywin Thorngage, and I am a forest gnome monk, and I'm looking forward to punching some stuff.
Awesome. I can't wait. So is it Rowan or Rowin?
I don't know, actually. I read it, and, like, you see a name, and it sounds cool, and you don't know how to say it. That's what happened with this. So I thought it was, like, Roywin, like Bronwyn, kind of, but with, like, Roy at the beginning. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I'm hearing it in my head, but I'm open to other pronunciations of that name.
See, I thought you were naming your character after your dog.
No, no. But I can see why you would think I might do that.
I was like, that's so sweet.
You might make an appearance tonight.
And then last but certainly not least, our constant companion here on Variant Roles, Mr. Matthew Foreman. Introduce yourself, where we can find you on the internet, and who will you be gracing us with tonight?
Hey, that's me. I'm Matthew Foreman. I am at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. I use he and him pronouns. I'm playing Delilah, who uses she, her pronouns. She is a human grave cleric.
Ooh, grave clerics are the best. Loves it. All right, awesome. Let's just kick right on into it. Let me switch up my musical sounds real quick. Chat's already popping off. Love it.
Straight into combat music? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right? The whole in media res thing. Okay. Not the smoothest of transitions, but that's so okay. What is what I'm looking for? I think this, buddy. So here we have our merry band of do-gooders and adventurers. You all, for one reason or another, whether by the draw of coin or your own personal connections, have decided to heed the call of a druid tribe in need. The Halloween tribe, long, for many ages, guard a gate that leads into the elemental plane of water. Also leads, that gate goes two ways. Strange illness has traveled through the Halloween tribe, and disabled many of their most powerful and strong druidic leaders, whose responsibility it was to make sure that this gate stays closed. So you have been asked, and you have accepted the ask, to go seek out a long-lost member of their tribe, an archdruid by the name of Willow. You, what's happening? Oh, okay. I got pinged in chat. I was like, what? The intel that you have is that Willow has, she's been missing for quite some time, but last intel tells you that her last known whereabouts are in a forest, deep, underground, in Undermountain. And so there you head, braving the trials and tribulations of the levels and dungeons that came before you. And finally, to Wyllowood you have arrived. You arrive, as a matter of fact, by boat. A raft. A dinky thing that you put together with scraps of wood that you could find from crates and other materials, strapped loosely together, barely enough to carry you along an underground river that runs through these cave systems. You follow the current of this river, and it carries you down, your raft bobbing slightly. The waters are dark, you can't see under the surface, and the cave walls arch around you. You've been traveling for about 15 minutes or so. You honestly weren't sure how long you would be traveling, but you decided that the best way to get to a forest might be to follow where the water goes. Sure enough, you see this tunnel that the river has carved out years and years ago, opens up into a cavernous system. And from around the corner, you see light. Sunlight. Sunlight of a setting sun. Orange and pink with a slight purple near the horizon. And it cascades around the corner that you approach, over the treetops, lighting these clusters of deciduous trees, all in the colors of autumn: gold and maroon and purple and dark brown. Your little raft continues to bob forward along the stream. And the river curves gently ahead of you. But all along the side is just this expanse of forest that comes straight up to the edge of the river. And up above is an open sky. Clouds. You can hear the slight tweeting of birds somehow in the distance. And through the brush at the edge of the riverbank, you feel like maybe you see a slight shift and jitter as small forest creatures scatter about. What do you do?
Are we underground or are we out in the forest? Are we outside or underground right now? We don't know.
You have been underground. You know that.
Okay.
You're like, Jesus.
So we were traveling through a tunnel and then all of a sudden it opened into trees.
Yeah.
The entire time we've been on this boat, I've been standing at the front with my hands on my hips and demanding that everyone call me Captain Barry Bell, because I am in charge.
All right, Captain.
How quickly is the water moving?
Not very fast, and actually, as you've coasted down and gotten to this area, the current has actually slowed quite a bit to quite a sluggish pace.
Do we have a stick or something that we can use to steer ourselves? Can we like feel the bottom of this water, or does it feel like it's too deep?
I would say yeah, at least one if you would have fashioned some way to steer this raft.
I might. Let's see. Well, should we go to the left bank or the right?
To the left is only the cavern wall. This forest is only to your right.
It's only on one side. Oh, well, that makes it easy.
I think we should go towards the forest. I don't really like the idea of careening into a wall.
Yeah, so I imagine that Hadar is probably at the rear of the boat, being probably the heaviest, trying to keep it as stable as he can, and most likely he's steering. So he'll try to guide the little raft gently towards the bank, the softest bank he can see.
Yeah, and you do that just with, by poking the stick down into the bottom of the riverbank and just sort of propelling you forward with force alone. Your river comes adrift on a small beach, just made of pebbles, small pebbles. Slides into a stop.
And how?
Yes, we seem to have found it.
It's really quite remarkable, isn't it? We've spent so long underground, and now the deeper we've gone, we're outside again.
I'm still not sure if we're outside or not. I'm from the forest, and something still seems off about this forest.
Do you think it's an illusion?
I can't quite put my finger on it. But something...
Hadar walks over to a tree and thumps on the tree. Is it solid?
So you all, Hadar heads up this small pebbled beach. The rest of you see a planted carved wooden sign nearby, kind of closer towards the tree line. There the words are written, "Behold Wyllowood, harm not, lest ye be harmed." And for those that can speak Common, you see it's there written in Common. For those that can speak Draconic, which I know at least one of you can, the phrase is also there in Draconic. and it is also written in a third language. It's just stacked on top of each other. Hadar, you go. Knock on the tree. Are you? I mean, it sounds like a tree, and it probably maybe hurts a little bit, the bark against your knuckles.
Well, Delilah, it seems real enough to me.
I don't think it makes a difference whether it's an illusion or not. If we believe we're outside, we're outside.
We can see the sun, though, correct? There's, like, sunlight, setting sun.
You probably can't see the sun from where you're at just because of the sheer amount of trees. These things are standing anywhere from 30 to 50 feet tall. But you can definitely see, like, sunbeams, rays of light break through the canopy. It's all very beautiful.
If we're underground, how's the sun down here with us? Because the sun's up there.
Yeah, this is kind of odd. It's making me feel a little uneasy. When we look around, does there seem to be any kind of paths that are obvious, like animal paths or footpaths?
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Sure. Let's see. First roll! Oh, a 14 plus 1, 15 survival.
Nice.
Almost 20.
So you put your head to the ground. And describe to me what it looks like as Hadar searches for, tracks of any kind. And let us know what Hadar looks like.
Hadar is a very... It's hard probably to tell unless someone spent a lot of time with Dragonborn, but you would call him a middle-aged Dragonborn. So he's seasoned, maybe in his late 20s, early 30s, because Dragonborn age slightly faster than humans. So he's definitely, you can tell he's a veteran by the way he carries himself. Probably a soldier at some point. He's got that bearing about himself to be like very regimented in his manners. And so when he gets off, the first thing he does, walk up, make sure the tree is real. After that, he probably steps a little back towards the shore, and I imagine he takes a knee and then just sort of does a quick survey, like scan from left to right, as if he's surveying the battlefield. And so he's really looking for like breaks in the trees more so than footprints. But after he does that scan, then he would probably, pebbles might not have prints, but maybe there might be like a sort of a ridge or break in the stones.
Sure. So you do that, and as you scan, you and everybody else around you, as you all kind of take stock of the area, the trees here are thick and gnarled and knotty, and a little bit further through those trees, you can see large green bushes with little colorful berries on them. And Hadar, you notice as you're, looking for breaks in twigs and branches and things, that a footprint catches your eye. You hone in on that, and then you see another one, and it makes this clear, meandering path through the space between each tree. These paths are, these tracks rather, match sort of the shape and size that you would expect from an elf. Which I should mention, you do know that Willow is an elf.
I may be mistaken, but I think an elf walked this way. And I'll stand up and just start walking down the path.
That's quite extraordinary, Hadar. Thank you for finding that for us. I'm going to follow Hadar.
I will also follow Hadar. I think he's onto something, and I think, I want to go.
I'm gonna follow, and if Hadar pointed out where the footprints are, I'm gonna try to step in where each of the footprints are, which is really hard because I'm really short. So it's just these like big, silly steps as I follow at the back.
I love it. What does Killian look like when she does that?
Killian, she's a little petite little halfling girl with dark hair that's braided into these big little loops. And she's got on a pretty blue skirt and a leather jacket with the collar flipped up and these pretty gloves, and her swords are sort of banging and hitting on her hips. And every time she takes a step, there's a very distinct ring of coins from several pouches along her waist that seem to be weighed down to the point of almost breaking off their like leather thongs because they're so full of coin. Because she likes coin more than she likes stuff. She just likes the shiny things. So she's just sort of stepping and ends up falling behind and has to like catch back up in a second.
Killian is best swashbuckler. So, you all follow Hadar. Hadar, are you just heading in a straight line?
Well, if
Are
I'm,
you trying
I
to
would
follow
try
the tracks,
to
or?
keep the. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the footprints in my sight, but also like changing my perception on occasion. So like going from like that close, scanning the ground below my feet to that broad, like, okay, what's out there in the woods?
Hadar, would you like some help keeping watch?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability Wisdom on Hadar. You have advantage on wisdom checks.
Love it. Thank you.
All of you have really high passive perception scores. Not really, really high, but like...
Mine's 23.
I know, like, fuck you.
Mine's only 13, so...
Yeah, Killian is the exception here.
I can make it 28.
Oh, get out of here. You can't play anymore.
Yikes. What's Delilah's race and what does she look like? I forget.
Well, I'm a middle-aged woman, probably approaching 60. I have simple features. I definitely look like I was probably a farmer or a peasant for most of my life. Good amount of musculature and broad and thick build. A bit on the heavier side. And I definitely show my age in a lot of ways. I spend a lot of days out in the sun. I wear a very simple, kind of brown or, like that kind of burlap kind of color cloak over my scale mail. I wear a shield, and I have a staff that is quite gnarled and thick and cut from an very old tree. And it comes to the head in a decorative snake, but the snake only has one eye, I'm afraid. I lost the eye. One of the eyes. That's what Delilah looks like.
I love it. Bummer about that eye, though.
Can't trust that missing eye.
Excellent. So, Hadar, you continue on the tracks. Killian skipping behind you with large steps. Delilah with her one-eyed snake staff.
At some point, Hadar stops in his tracks, just dead. He's at this nice steady pace, and then just stops on a dime and turns slowly, looks at the party, and does a quick count in his head, 1, 2, 3, make sure they're all still behind him, and then keeps going.
Hadar makes eye contact with you as he counts you among the numbers. Rowan. Shit, sorry. What does he see?
Well, I am a very short gnome. Maybe I'm a tall gnome. I'm about 3'4"-ish, 3'5"-ish. And I've got a simple cloth tunic on. I just wear the same outfit that I got from the monastery. It's what I'm most comfortable in. And I have very short flaxen hair, very light colored hair, and wearing a headband. I call it a hachimaki because it's supposed to help focus my energy and my ki, which is the key to my monastic abilities. I'm just trying to observe, and I'm trying to pick up on what's going on around me in this forest, and try and sense the intentions of the animals there and all that kind of stuff. And I'm keeping up pretty well. I'm surprisingly nimble, but I don't talk a lot. I spend a lot of time in solitude, so I'm just trying to kind of observe and see what's going on.
Awesome. Yeah, as you do that, silently observing, both you and Delilah, you see in your peripheral vision movement through the forest. Your eyes move in that direction, and you see a brown bear. It's walking through the forest trees, heading back from the way you came.
It's quite nice.
You also see, beyond this brown bear, up above, poking through just ever so slightly between the trees, and the canopy here is thick. I keep saying that word a lot, but I don't have a better word for that. It's dense. The canopy here is dense. And only the occasional beam of light breaks through it. But you can see just ever so slightly what appears to be some sort of white structure, high and covered with vines. This would be perpendicular to the direction you're heading. Hadar, you continue leading the group. And if anyone, by the way, wants to do anything in a moment, feel free to interrupt me. But Hadar continues in a straight direction, following the tracks. And eventually, you also, Hadar, as well as Killian, just as at one point you look up away from the tracks that you're trying so diligently to match, and you see another tall, white, arched structure. Columns at the bottom, and what appears to be could be a walkway, or it could just be some sort of decorative arch, all covered in these rising, twisting vines.
When you say decorative, is it shiny? Like there's like maybe valuable things in it, or is it just well carved?
It's like, think about classic elvish architecture, like World of Warcraft type stuff. You know, this isn't like a building. What you're seeing is like just these like archways, just like a wall with like archways in it.
It's a henge of archways.
Ooh,
or I guess a henge is a circle. Is it a circle? Is it a henge, or is it just a wall of arch?
It is a wall. I liked the word hinge so much I wanted it to be true, but it is just a wall.
And it's just Roywin and Delilah that have seen it so far?
Rowan and Delilah have seen it perpendicular to the way you guys are traveling, and Hadar and Killian, you are now approaching this similar structure.
Directly in front of us.
Yeah, continuing to head in the
cool.
direction you are.
Okay.
You know, that now that we're here, I'm wondering, do you think the Archdruid escaped to this place because, well, I mean, it's quite nice here, isn't it? I'm starting to feel doubtful about trying to pull anyone away from this place. Is that what we were sent here to do, to rescue the Archdruid?
You were asked to convince her to return to her tribe and help keep the elemental, the gate to the elemental plane of water closed.
Is the Archdruid called the Archdruid because she lives in the arches? I feel like I'm figuring it out, because that's an arch.
No,
and she's
that is not how it
Archdruid.
works.
Oh.
Sorry, little one.
You never know. I mean, sometimes the simplest solution is the correct solution. Perhaps we should pursue that idea.
It seems like a crazy coincidence if that's not the right,
Killian,
saying.
Killian, there's no harm in asking the Archdruid when we meet them.
I will absolutely do that. Someone remind me, because I will forget.
I'll remind you when we meet them.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, what do you guys do? You keep powering forward?
What is it? So what does it actually look like that we're approaching? Is it a wall?
It's like there's columns. At the top of the columns are archways, but it's flat on top.
An arcade.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you for those words. That's what it is.
Classical sense, not in the modern sense. It is an arcade.
Indeed.
Ash, we have robot voice from you, by the way.
So I would I think Hadar would slow his pace and be a little more alert, but also keep moving forward because this is the direction that the path is leading.
Okay.
So he'll continue following the footprints.
Awesome. The closer you get, you eventually break through this particularly dense section of the forest. And to your right, you see a square building. This sort of structure of archways, or this arcade, actually connects up to this square building. It's the same height. You can see a door in this white building. These archway structures are white, again, covered with vines, and similar in style and design as this square building that they attach to. Almost made of like a white stone of some kind, and the edges are aged with time and being in nature.
Do they have any markings or writings on them, the stone?
If you want to, from where you're standing, you wouldn't be able to ascertain. You can go up and take a closer look if you like.
I would love to.
You approach the building. Go ahead and roll me and do perception.
Okay. 13.
Awesome. You don't see any writing or unique carvings or etchings on the outside. You do notice that it is beautiful and almost not ancient, but it looks something older than this age. There's spiraling vine designs that are carved in decorative areas around the frame of the door, up the sort of outside edges of the corners. But no words or scenes or reliefs or anything like that.
Be nice if one could speak to stone. You can't imagine the secrets they would hold.
What do you guys do?
What would stone sound like? Would it be gravelly?
That's what I was just gonna say. You know a stone would have a gravelly voice.
Right? Yeah.
I imagine Hadar, like, when there's a task to be done, he's all about it, like straight towards it. But other times he's pretty quiet, and I think he probably defaults to standing, like, maybe not shoulder to shoulder because the height difference, but like pretty much like beside Roywin, because like he's a pretty quiet dude most of the time too, and I think he really digs the fact that she's so like calm and like focused most of the time. So I imagine that there's this constant moments where Killian and Delilah are like having these very odd conversations, and we're just standing there going like, wow, just observing.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Am I still a robot?
No,
No,
great.
you sound great.
Great. That's great news.
So can you describe this door? Are we close enough to get a good look at it, or do we need to move towards it?
It just looks like, standard issue door.
So,
It's,
is it wood door or stone?
it is a stone door.
Hmm.
Door, 2 O's in the word door. Delilah, as you were sort of doing your round, doing a kind of perimeter check, or at least looking for something of interest, as you moved around it, you did see that this sort of like, these archways on top of these pillars continues on further north from where you guys are. And then you also see another smaller building, similar in shape and design, also attached to this series of arches.
All right.
And you also hear distantly, you really can't be sure if it's noise on the wind. And there is a slight breeze, nothing too crazy. But you do hear this sort of distant coming from continuing onward where you guys would be and then further north. It's very distant.
I can hear something kind of foul on the wind, or ominous at the very least. Unsettling, I'd say. It's a bit north of us on our current path. I have an inclination that it's something rather unpleasant, but I can't be too sure. You'll have to forgive me my indulgence, Hadar. I just haven't seen stone this ancient and old in quite some time. But we can move on if you want. I can tell you're anxious.
Not at all. This building is curious, and I think maybe we want to look closer.
Okay.
Did the tracks lead like to the door, or do they seem to continue on elsewhere?
You need to make another survival check for me.
Certainly.
Advantage.
Oh, right.
Oh, nice. Thank you. I needed
Shing!
that. This time it would be a 16.
Nice. Yeah, they actually continue in the same direction that you've been following them. So to help provide a little bit of orientation, spatial awareness, context, whatever, you guys came along a river that was over here. Then you went doot 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 doot, and then Delilah and Rowan saw the archways down here, and you saw the black bear meander around. Then you guys kept going doot 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 doot. Then you saw the archways some more, and these 2 buildings, and the moaning is like up over here somewhere.
Doot, 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 doot is literally what Killian was doing.
Yeah, there
That's
you go. Killy was dooting all the way.
Well, we can go north and inspect the buildings, and that'll get us closer to the unsettling noise as well.
Yes, unsettling can also be interesting, so I'm not afraid. We're all together. We can do this.
I agree.
So, what do you do?
Hadar starts walking in that direction.
We're going.
Once the group has made that decision, he's like, fantastic, and he just starts heading north.
Hey, Hadar, can I get?
Yes, Killian.
Can you give me a boost so I can see better?
Hadar reaches down with like one hand and scoops her up, like by this, like he makes a seat with his palm, literally, and like scoops her up and just lifts her as high as he can.
Thank you. I just gotta sit up here.
Do
If
you
let
see
me.
anything helpful?
I see trees. Is that helpful?
I think he's gonna sit her on his
Okay.
shoulder and just start walking. Like, keep your eyes out, and then he'll just start heading off into the forest.
Got it. I will be your eyes and ears.
It's He's thinking it's safer if she's there. At least she won't wander off somewhere.
How tall is Hadar?
He's probably like 6'7", something like this. Probably, I mean, he's solid. So 6'7", like 280 maybe ish, somewhere in that range. He's a powerhouse.
So, does that mean that Killian feels like a bird? I wanna fly away. Something.
I don't know where my soul is.
Thank you.
I don't know where my home is. No, I messed up the word, but it's something like that.
Love it.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah, so are you continuing to follow the trail? Or are you investigating this collection of buildings? That part's unclear to me.
Delilah and Roywin actually both suggested heading towards the noise.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was what Hadar intended.
Okay. You continue, you move through and underneath the set of old stone, white archways. And you continue into the forest. This section of the forest, not nearly as dense. The trees are tall and slender, white bark, but the leaves themselves are still a multitude of shades of gold and purple and red and yellow, dark browns. The moaning now can be heard by all of you. It's just a faint in the same direction.
All right. I'd like to get closer, and I would like to use Eyes of the Grave, which detects undead within 60 feet.
Okay. You continue to follow that noise. It does lead you north and west, so northwesterly route. But as you move in this direction, you all can see, especially Killian, because Killian, you have the best height advantage right now. You can see distantly a tall and wide tree, much bigger than all the rest. Just piercing upwards and into the sky.
I'm just gonna toot on Hadar's horn. Hey, there's a really big tree up ahead. Like, really big. Like, big for you.
Can I see it? Now, and when she points it out, is it obvious to all of us?
Yes. Yeah, everybody can see it.
Does it sound like the noise we're hearing is coming from that direction?
Based
hard to tell.
Based on what Delilah has indicated to you, it seems like they might not be in the same direction.
We will look into that later. And I'll keep heading towards the sounds. Actually, I think probably Delilah might have taken point a little bit. So I'm probably following her at this point.
Sure, I'll take a point. Just going to move towards the noise. I'm going to use my Eyes of the Grave feature when I get closer to see if it's undead within 60 feet.
Excellent. You all continue to move through the forest. So it just picks up undead?
Within 60 feet, yeah.
Okay. You do, as you're moving, that sort of mental ping happens. But at the furthest edges of your senses, that sort of like cold, sickly sensation of the presence of undead.
Well, I can sense that we're in the presence of an undead entity, at the very least. It's just on periphery of my senses here. Could be minor, I don't know, but it's somewhere there. I'll point in the general direction.
I could ask the the small animals of the forest to investigate before we go in further. If you'd like to know what we're getting into.
Sure, that'd be lovely.
Reconnaissance is always helpful.
I agree. I can't help but agree. So, I have... What is it called? It is... speak with... Oh, let's see.
Speak with animals?
I can. It's speak with small beasts.
Oh.
I can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller beasts. So I'm assuming that's like birds and like maybe squirrels. I don't know. I hear birds in this track that we're listening to. So I'm like, there's got to be at least birds in this forest.
Yeah, you as you get further in, the tweeting gets quieter. And
Key change on the music here.
But how are you gonna like get with one of these birds? Get with, you know what I mean? How are you gonna? Because they're birds, you know. They're flying around. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm able, it doesn't say exactly how the mechanism works, but I'm able to communicate ideas with them. So if I'm like, what's up ahead? Like, I feel like they'll know. Birds are well known for alerting and being a good like signal.
So are you just trying to like knowing glances, like, hey, birds.
Be like, hey, birds, what's going on over there, man? Can you tell me something's going on? And they're like, we got you. And they communicated it to me. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Maybe not in so many words, but you folks get the idea.
Yeah. So yeah, you're talking about.
It's only a simple idea. They can't be like, oh, it's this type of monster with this blah blah blah. Like they can be like, yeah, something bad's up there. That's kind of how I think.
Yeah. So this little blue jay hopping around along the top of top of that arch structure that you guys have just passed through. It looks at you. You guys sort of share. Yeah, exactly. You do that, and the bird just looks down at you. And it hops around a couple times. Hop, 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 hop. Jumps up, coasts down towards you, flies around your head, tweet, 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 and then coasts back up and away from the direction that you came. And the way that the bird is tweeting was frantic and quick and imparts on you a sense of nervousness, anxiety, and dread. If that ability does anything else, I'll need you to let me know.
That's great. It's great news. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you continue heading towards the noise, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out my wand. Just hold that at the ready, up on my perch.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Aid at 4th level. I'm gonna give myself. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna give myself, Rowan, and Killian 15 additional maximum hit points.
All right. Excellente. So,
you heal that much, of course.
So, while that's happening, you continue to head northwest.
Towards the noise, yeah.
Yep. The closer you get. And as you move through the forest, you hear the the crunch underfoot of dried twig and leaf. And eventually, you see, poking through the forest, is a gate. A 15-foot high iron portcullis embedded into a stone wall. And still, that crying noise in the distance, louder now. Ooh. Ooh.
That was an iron gate?
Correct.
Do you want me to go get a closer look?
Sure, Killian, go get a closer look.
Okay, because I'm really small and I'm really fast and I'm really hard to find. So I'm gonna sort of jump down.
I have total confidence in you.
Hadar like helps her down and looks at her and says, "Be careful."
I'm always careful. What are you talking about? I'm just gonna run over to the gate, quick and stealthy, as fast as I can.
I am going to follow also quickly and stealthily because I'm worried that something might happen. That some shit might go down, so to speak.
Killian, can you remind me what you were doing? I know you just said it, but tell it to me again.
Yeah, I am just running over to the wall up by the portcullis and just sort of going quick and up against the wall. And then I'm gonna take a look.
Alright, excellent. Go ahead. Are you trying to be sneaky?
Oh yeah, super sneaky.
Give me that good stealth check.
Okay. Oh, that's a really bad roll, but I am kind of good at it. So, that's a 12.
Okay.
Not very good for me.
Thank you very much. So you push your back against the wall, against the stone that the portcullis is embedded into. It's cold against your back. Meanwhile, through this travel, the sun has continued to set. The sky has now gone from a array of orange and yellow to the fading colors of a blue daylight sky to purple as it moves into evening.
Does that feel like it's the normal passing of the day, or does this seem odd, like it's coming too early or anything?
It seems about a right amount of time. Moving through a forest, especially of this level of density, and you guys did stop to check out various things. This feels about the right amount of time for sunset to occur before the evening sky sets upon you. Killian, what are you're over there? What are you doing? You feel like you're pretty damn sneaky.
You're muted.
Sorry. I want to check out the gate and see if it's locked and if there's sort of any opening mechanisms or anything I can sort of mess with to get the gate to just come down a little bit so I can peek in.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, I'm real good at perception. Oh, no. It's a 7 total.
I would also like to roll for perception because I followed Killian, as you all might remember, because I thought some shit might go down.
Sorry about that. Were you trying to be sneaky too?
Yes, indubitably.
Give me that stealth check and then give me perception.
That's dexterity, right?
There should be a stealth skill on your character sheet. The same area that like athletics and insight and all that stuff is.
$18.
Okay, very nice. Killian, you don't actually notice Rowan sneak up behind you. It's a bit of a surprise.
Worst rogue.
Rowan, go ahead and roll me a perception check as well.
$21.
Damn! Shit. Killian,
I'm perceptive, okay?
yeah, you are. Killian, as you're kind of like peeking your head around, trying to see through this portcullis, you feel Rowan behind you, and they actually point out, like, through the portcullis, and you notice it, thanks to Rowan's assistance. Beyond this portcullis are stairs, roughly carved out of stone, and you see that they go up into the wall. You don't see any sign of like a creature or a person, but Rowan, you do see just beyond the gate inside is a winch that would raise it, that would lift it.
So, okay, wait, I see this?
Mhm.
I missed this, right? Okay, and it's a winch, and it's gonna lift what now?
It's the turny thing that would lift the portcullis up.
Okay. That seems pretty risky, just opening something and raising something that I don't know what's behind it.
Meanwhile,
Is it getting louder as we're approaching this thing that I could possibly open?
yeah, it's loud at this point. You can actually hear it echoing, bouncing off the interior walls.
Okay, I feel like I should share this news with my companions before I just go and open up some can of worms that I don't know what I'm getting into. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to where Delilah and Hadar are standing and tell them, hey, I think this is what's going on right now.
You're muted.
Well, we can proceed carefully.
So there's a gate to be opened, and the noise is coming from beyond that gate? Then we should open it so we can dispense with the undead menace.
I agree. I will protect you. And I'll just walk up with them to the gate.
Okay.
All right, let's open it up.
Sounds
Let's open
great.
it, folks. I'm gonna open it up right now. Let's do it.
Go for it.
Okay.
Now the winch is on the inside, beyond the portcullis.
How do we?
I didn't know what kind of mechanism I was working with there.
Oh. So we'd have to get past through the gate.
Mm-hmm. It
I
opens
can
from the
do
inside.
Oh, I know someone small that might be able to help us.
I can squeeze through. Yeah, I think.
Indubitably.
Can I squeeze through?
You can try.
You surely can.
I want to try. If I get stuck, too bad.
Shit. What the hell would you roll for this? This is probably like Dex at the least.
Acrobat.
Roll being tiny. There you go.
Do the tiny roll. Yeah. Let's do acrobatics.
Okay, so this means I can't get less than a 10. Yeah. It's a 3, but plus 13, so 16.
Okay.
Can't roll tonight.
Yeah, somehow, for the grace of the gods, Killian, manages to just barely squeeze through the square openings, between the different beams that make up this portcullis, this gate. But it's a tight squeeze. It's difficult.
I feel like maybe my pouches get stuck and I have to like rearrange all my coin and wiggle my butt a little bit to get through.
One of your pouches definitely gets stuck. You do have to maneuver strangely to make it through. But in the process, you also manage to get a nice scrape on your upper arm. And you take 4 points of slashing damage. just scraped against the portcullis.
Ow.
I'd like to stand on the side of the portcullis, like next to the portcullis, so I can keep an eye on Killian.
Yeah. Delilah, how long does your Eyes of the Grave thing last? Is it just like in the moment, or?
It's to then my next turn, but I'm gonna do it again now that I've stepped up to the portcullis.
Sure.
I could do it four times the long rest.
No.
So, do I sense the undead, and how close are they? Are they within 60 feet?
You do sense an undead presence.
I feel like I'm on The Price is Right. Like, there is an undead presence. Let's see what she's worth.
Let's see. Let's see where they're at. Yeah. You hear the rustle of you hear the rustle of movement through the trees. Things snapping underfoot. And as you pop Eyes of the Grave, you also just get hit with a sickening cold wave of nausea, like combination of being hungover and just dehydrated. And you do detect undead, and they're almost right on top of you. They are about 15, 20 feet away, maybe.
Killian, the undead are close by. Raise the portcullis immediately.
Hadar is like spinning, like he does a turn around and looks out into the forest behind everyone, seeing that Delilah and Roywin are watching Killian.
So what are you doing?
Like checking our six, quote unquote. Scanning the forest behind us. So Hadar sees that Killian has gotten through the portcullis. Roywin and Delilah have an eye on her, and so he's gonna turn and check everyone, like check behind us, look out into the forest behind us to make sure nothing, try to make sure nothing comes up and surprises us.
Sure. I want everyone to make perception checks.
Arg. I got a 9.
20.
27.
Damn.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to do the math because I want to see if I beat Delilah because I rolled a 16 and for perception I have, let's see, +6. What is that? 6? Oh, I can't do math. Somebody hook me up.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, okay. Well, you beat me then, probably. 16 + 6. I got over 20. Okay, I
22.
see that shit.
Delilah and Rowan. Rowan, you see Delilah, you see the rustle of movement, and you know that something is out there. Some undead thing, and it's moving in your direction. Rowan, you don't sense this, obviously, but what the both of you notice out in the woods are growing up the trunks of the trees right around the base. Some sort of fungus. Some sort of fungal growth just creeping around the base. And Delilah, when you notice this detail, you do a scan across the forest floor. There are various mushrooms that weren't there before, at least not during your journey through the other parts of the wood. Killian.
It's about to get trippy.
Killian, inside the cave, you manage to squeeze your way in. You take a minor scrape, nothing too terrible. Deep breath. Whew, you did it. You hear from your companions. Time to open up the portcullis.
I'm gonna open up the portcullis. I'm gonna go to the little thing and put my whole body weight behind it because I'm not that strong, but I'm gonna get that gate open.
Yeah.
Push as hard as I can.
Make an athletics check.
That would be a natural 1.
Damn it!
So 5.
But you're a halfling.
Oh, that's right. I can roll it again. I'm lucky. Ah!
Thank gosh.
I've been DMing a halfling for 40 episodes.
Plus 4, 18. Yes.
Thank you. Yes. That was really the only way you were going to fail at, is with a natural 1. I was like, no! Why? Killian, you rush over. You grip the thin iron bar that makes the handle of the winch. You start to push. You're sweating, but thankfully the winch is there for a reason. It's meant to make up what strength you may lack to lift up this portcullis. As you're doing that, you're looking around. You hear the and you also see along the sides of the caves mushroomy type things. Little
Don't like that.
fungus looking pockets of matter just scattered up and over the wall, cavern wall around you. You all from the outside hear the click, 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 click of the winch turning, pulling on the chain that lifts the portcullis in the stone housing. And sure enough, it raises. And Killian, at some point you get to the end, and it clicks into place so as to hold the portcullis up.
When I first started pushing it, I went the wrong way and it like got stuck.
Yeah.
And oh, okay.
Yeah, you're like, I don't pull it, I push. Okay,
Yeah,
got it. Delilah, you see a black bear emerge to the trees.
A standard issue black bear?
This black bear is hobbling, moving somewhat sluggishly. It appears to be missing an eye and half of a face.
Oh no.
At least the skin that goes on its face.
Yeah.
And it starts to lumber towards you, slow and sluggish.
Is this the undead source?
It doesn't look like it should be alive anymore. The smell hits your nose.
I think we found the undead monstrosity. It's missing an eye, the poor thing.
And half of its face, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's just like Delilah's staff, the snake missing an eye. It all comes full circle, you guys. Just telling you.
I don't know where I lost that eye.
Get back behind me. Hadar takes a step forward and is like standing with his halberd raised. Not moving forward towards it, but just very defensively positioned.
Yeah, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Boom! Woohoo! I got a +0 modifier, and I rolled a 19. Woohoo!
Alright. Let me get ready to write down some initiatives. Is everyone rolled? We ready? So I know Hadar, you got 19. Anyone else in the 20 to 15 range?
25.
Damn.
15.
Yeah. What did I get? Let's see. 21.
Nice.
Tiny squad!
And then Delilah got 15, right?
15.
Excellent.
Music is killer, Nox.
Yeah, I'm digging this one.
I'm terrified.
Where did my character sheet go? There it is. Alright. Killian, what are you doing?
Okay. so the bear is out there, right? Like out beyond. I wanna take my action to look around where I am to make sure there's not something that's gonna sneak up behind me and like eat my butt.
Roll perception for that.
Okay. That's 15 plus 3, 18.
Very nice. You don't see anything in the immediate area, but you do see the stairs that go up, and you also see the cave system. You're inside of a cave, and this cave system continues forward and curves just a smidge.
Okay. I want to use my I have my wand out. Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide up against the wall so I can just sort of like peek around and just have my wand at the ready for the next time so I can get a sneak attack.
Sure, yeah, you can definitely get into a crook to hide there. I think you still need to roll stealth, right? Even when you hide.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
That's again a nat 1, but I'm lucky. Okay, that's better. That's a 18 plus 5, 23.
Nice. Yeah, you find just the right spot. The sort of like little alcove made naturally by the stone, so you can sort of just blend right on into the shadows. Meanwhile, you still hear further into the cave system. I believe that's all you can do. If not, correct me. But, Rowan, what are you up to? You're near the portcullis. Yeah.
So how far away am I from Killian?
You don't know because Killian just melded into the shadows.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I see what you did there.
The winch though is probably 10 feet away, maybe.
Okay. So what's my speed? So, oh man, a black bear. It's killer. Or bear in general is killer. Let's see. I would like to try and get closer, but I want to also be sneaky. But I don't think I could just like disappear.
Closer to what?
To the action.
You'd be able to. I would say the bear is probably about 20-25 feet away. No. 25-30 feet away from you.
Okay.
Yeah. It should be within your movement.
Yeah. So I have the. Let's see. I can be pretty sneaky. I would like. Oh, this is so tricky. I haven't played D&D in so long. Okay, let's see. I would like to try and do. Can I do an attack of like opportunity, or is that what it's called? An attack of opportunity? No, they know I'm there. Okay.
Oh, surprise attack? No, the bear knows you're there.
Yeah, he's like, okay, guys, you got it. I see you. Okay, I would like to throw my dart. Then I'll throw a dart at this bear, sneaky style. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Tell me what you wrote to hit.
Okay, it's 1d4 plus 3, so that is.
Well,
4.
you want to roll your d20 first.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
See, I've been playing whatever that game is with you too long.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? I don't know.
Totally fair. Yeah, so your dart attack should also
I got a natural 20, so I'm good on that.
Hell yeah. Go you.
These
First nat 20 of the night. Woo, woo.
My original D&D dice, they're being cool right now.
Awesome.
Are we doing standard for crits?
Yeah.
Double your dice.
Yeah, that's probably easiest. Sure, why not? I don't really care. So, yeah.
So,
Roll for damage, my friend.
I rolled a 4. And I get +3, but what is this doubling business you're talking about? It's been
You'll roll your this is like critical roll, house roll. So you'll roll your dice and then you just double whatever you rolled and then you add the bonus.
Oh, that would be okay. If I roll 4, that means 8 + 3 is 11.
Yeah, love it. Beautiful.
Probably not going to do much, but it might make him mad.
Yeah, so you put one foot forward, lean into your movement, flick the dart out from between your fingers, and it lands right into the front of its face, right in the middle of the forehead. This dart hits it.
Boom! Headshot!
And as it strikes, it goes, and its mouth opens wide, and you see the sharp pointed teeth of this black bear, and this sort of green and black tarish goo drips from its mouth and hits the floor of the forest. Plop, plop. Do you do anything else?
Oh, that was a real bummer to watch. Yeah, no, I'm going to just, that's all I'm going to do this time. I don't know, holding actions.
You can move if you want. You do have movement.
Maybe I'll move so that if he's charging, then he won't get to me as quickly. So I'll do a little juke.
All right. Excellent. Hadar, what do you do?
How close is this bear to us at the moment?
It's within your movement.
But it hasn't gotten within range of any of us yet.
No.
Okay. I think I'll move out to meet it. I do have reach.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm gonna, because I'm using a halberd, so I'm gonna get about 10 feet away from it, and then just take this 2 mighty swings back and forth with the halberd, spinning it around my head a couple times.
Heck yeah.
So let's see what we get here. Okay. First attack is an 18 to hit.
That hits, good sir.
So that'll be 8 slashing damage. And the second hit is a lot bigger than that. So it is that will be another 13 damage slashing.
So that was 8 plus 13?
Correct. And that's all just standard weapon damage.
Jesus. Yeah. Delilah, you watch as this tall-ass dragonborn. What color are your scales, by the way?
Blue.
Excellent. This tall-ass blue dragonborn leaps in front of you, takes the halberd over his head, swings it around, uses the momentum to come back up and down for a downward slash. The first strike cuts off the one remaining ear of the bear and skims across the top of its scalp. The second one comes down and plants itself solid into the front of the bear's face. You pull it back, it almost sticks. And you watch as this sort of black tarry liquid oozes from the wounds. And it sort of makes a yelping noise. Ooh! Which, that's not what a bear sounds like when it yelps, but... That tickled. But it shakes its head. It kind of like hobbles a little bit, and it seems to be panting heavily. This sort of like black tarry substance is just falling to the ground in huge puddles. It does not look good at all. Hadar, do you want to do any movement, or do you have a bonus action or anything?
I probably will back up a touch, because I was not with. I am assuming I was not within its reach, so it shouldn't provoke an attack. So I'll probably, if I can safely move back, then that's what I would do.
If you have reach, then yeah, you could safely move away and not incur an attack of opportunity.
Cool. So I'll just get between, like, I want to try to impose myself between the bear and everyone else.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then I'm done.
Delilah.
Alrighty. I'm like, Hadar, that was brilliant. I'm going to point my staff at the bear and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. Wisdom saving throw DC 16.
Tell me about Toll the Dead. What happens? Describe that for me.
Dolorous spells are going to enter the creature's mind and remind them that they need to pass beyond the gate and die. They don't actually belong here.
Wow.
They're going to take 2d12 plus 4 damage because I have Potent Cantrip feature.
What?
Yeah, at level 8, clerics get Potent Cantrip. Almost all. In fact, I think every single type of cleric does. Although on this channel, apparently no one knows that.
Apparently not.
24 points of necrotic damage.
Holy fucking shit.
Is it still up?
You take it out. Tell me what that looks like.
I think that the ichor and the black sludge that it is animated this creature is just going to kind of pour out of its skull, and as it does, the skull collapses like a flan in a cupboard, and so does the body as it kind of just evens out into almost like a Icarus pudding.
Oof. Yeah, that happens.
And then I'm going to move towards the cave where I saw Killian disappear into. But Killian, don't go too far. I mean, you could go far, just don't go too far from your friends. That's my turn.
Hadar,
Sorry.
Hadar doesn't say anything, but he looks at Delilah and sort of gives her a salute, well, you know, it's clear from what he's saying is like, well done, but he doesn't use words. He just.
How much damage was that?
24.
Okay. Yeah. The bear collapses into a puddle. Quite literally folds in on itself, nearly, after that hit. And there lies the slain body of a black bear. Not unsimilar to the bear you had seen just previously, walking down towards the river to have a drink. And there we will take our one break for the evening. And we will return in about 10 minutes to resume our adventures here in the strange Wyllowood. See ya in a hot minute. Hello! We have returned from our break. The party just eliminated an undead bear, and it failed to rise. A bear not too dissimilar from the one that Delilah and Rowan saw, moving peacefully through the forest towards the river, or maybe a drink of water. Meanwhile, Killian is hiding inside of the cavern system, having just opened the portcullis for the rest of their companions, and Hadar was standing between where the bear was and the rest of their party protectively. Meanwhile, you still hear the noise coming from the interior of the cave. Killian especially, very close to you. Meanwhile, in addition to the moaning noises, the sky changes to a... I just noticed that our cameras are not in the right spot, and I'll fix that in a second. But the sky has transitioned to a night evening sky, dark blue, with pinpricks of light above, stars blanketing the sky. And you can hear off in the distance the slight rolling of thunder. What do you do?
I am still hidden, correct?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm gonna take out one of just a gold coin. I have many gold coins, and I'm just gonna drop it on the ground like 3 feet, sort of more in the middle of the cavern. Then I want to sort of sneak ahead, staying like sort of in the shadows and hidden as I sort of scout ahead a little bit.
Okay. So what you saw before were stairs that lead up to the top of this cave, and the cave continues on further back. So where are you going?
I'll go to the top of the stairs and stop and just take a look.
Okay. One moment while the DM consults their reference material.
Hadar takes a moment to clean the ichor off of his halberd blade.
Killian, you head up the stairs. What is everyone else doing in this moment?
Going into the cave where I believe Killian is.
Okay.
So this isn't a building, it's actually like cliffside or something? Like a cliff face?
It's just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Meanwhile, the forest juts up, like grows up completely to it.
And so do we have a sense that we've like essentially crossed whatever this big chamber is, where the river was? Is that sort of behind us now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Super. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you recall, the river did continue further ahead of you guys. Yeah, so Delilah, you walk in as Killian is heading up these stairs, all sneaky-like. You barely even see them, as a matter of fact. Killian, you inch your way up these stairs, and they wind around in sort of like a C shape. They come actually right back out and above the cave entrance. So really, these stairs just lead to sort of like a overlook of some kind, right above the portcullis, looking into the interior of the cave. And then as you turn around, you can actually see there are carved into the walls of this cave little sort of like holes for you to peek out, and you can see the forest in front of you.
Do I see anything making a weird moaning noise?
You don't see anything, but you all still hear it.
I'm gonna follow Killian. I'm gonna whisper to her. I think we're getting closer.
So these stairs don't actually go anywhere. Like, once you get to the top, that's it.
Oh, maybe not.
That moaning noise is coming from further back in the cave.
If we go deeper into the cave, I think we can find the undead creature. Killian?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We can go back. I just wanted... Like, little places like this is, like, where you find, like, the secret treasure chest full of gold. So, just, do you see a secret treasure chest full of gold?
I like secrets too, Killian. I'm gonna look for a secret.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
8.
It is not an investigation sensation.
There is no investigation sensation that happens as Delilah searches around this upper area that looks like it's part of some sort of like outpost.
I think finding this place was the secret, Killian. I don't think it has anything left for us.
Not a shiny secret.
No, but a secret doesn't have to be shiny to be worth something.
But I like shiny. Yeah.
Well, let's go deeper into the cave and see if there's any shiny secrets there.
I'm also a little scared, if I'm honest with you.
I'll protect you, Killian.
Okay.
Hadar gets to the top of the stairs at that point.
There's not a lot of room up here, so you guys are... This is a party now.
Hey, big man.
So what are we doing?
Well, we just checked this area out. Now I think we're going to head deeper into the cave.
Can we go in from the stairs, or we have to go back down to go in?
You gotta go back down.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought it was up and then into the cave. Okay.
Okay,
all
Hadar
right.
just want to know what's up. He's like, what are you guys doing up here? This seems totally leave me behind.
Yeah. So he'll go back down and
Hadar, will you, can I get another lift, please?
he'll sort of like sit down at the top of the stairs and wait for you to crawl on.
Leapfrog up onto your shoulder.
And then, yeah. And once she's up there, he'll proceed down the stairs.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Sort of piggyback this time. So I'm like,
Your eyes
your
open.
head.
Yeah. He's keep your eyes open.
Got it.
My eyes are always open.
So he'll go back down and then cautiously move deeper into the structure.
Okay. So who's all going back there? What's it called? Marching order.
I feel like
Hadar-
I would be in prime position to be in front of everyone because they were all trapped up at the top of this like long staircase. I'm just wondering what they're doing up there. Wonder when they're going to come back and join the exploration.
Okay, so Killian's taking lead, and then Hadar. Sounds like.
I think Roywin's gonna take point. She was saying, and then Killian and Hadar are essentially second together.
Okay,
Did
great.
we ever find out what happened with this bear that we just killed? Did we just kill it? Did we go check it out?
It was just an undead monstrosity. I don't know how much mystery there is to that.
That's fair.
Probably has something to do with all those creepy mushrooms.
It turned into goo. What else do you need to know?
Well, you never know what it might leave behind. A talisman of some kind. I don't know. Anything could happen, folks.
Like, maybe like shiny things?
Hadar turns around and goes back to take a look.
Do you think the bear had pockets with gold?
So
The buckets in a sense, maybe.
he'll take the point of his halberd and kind of like run it through whatever nastiness is left around just to see if there's anything interesting.
No. It's a
Yeah.
it's a dead bear. But as you do poke around, one thing you do notice is that the interior of the corpse and the sort of outer limbs have started to become coated with a fungus of some kind. And these bear remains just kind of start to fall apart as you poke around with it with your sword. So Hadar, you walk back out of the cave to do this. Killian, you're leading the line. You're all heading back towards these caves, or further back into the
I
caves.
imagine Killian is still on my shoulder.
Or I'm sorry, I meant Rowan is at the front of the line. So Rowan and Delilah are still back in the caves. Delilah, you see just right around the corner of this cave as it continues further in, a movement of some kind. You see what looks to be a thick, flapping wing that moves almost like some kind of fabric. And then it disappears beyond a corner.
Away from us?
And you still you hear.
Unsurprisingly, we're not alone in this cave.
I think we should find out what's going on.
Do you want to wait for the others?
Yeah, we should wait for them to come back.
Okay.
We're here.
Oh.
Got enough of those mushrooms, did you?
The bear
There's-
didn't have any gold.
There is something foul occurring here.
Yes. I'm surprised the bear didn't have any gold. That's difficult to imagine.
What do you do?
Let's press on.
It seems a rot is overtaking this forest. I wonder if it has something to do with this archdruid's presence.
Perhaps the Archdruid was corrupted, or perhaps they journeyed into this forest to fight this blight.
So are you all like walking and talking as you do this, or?
Yes.
I imagine so.
Yeah. So you continue further down into this cave. It curves ever so slightly, but not so much that you can't see beyond. But you do notice as you continue forward that it opens up into two separate passages to your left and to your right. Again, that moaning noise cries out from the left, from the right. Need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wow, I'm crushing the rolls tonight. I got a 20. Dirty 20.
Damn.
I got a natural 20 again, folks.
Holy shit.
My dice are on fire right now.
Yeah, they are. My gosh.
I've only had them 10 years. I've been waiting.
28 for Delilah.
Fuck.
Well, I rolled a 5 with a -1 modifier.
Oh
so-
my
There it is.
We got your back on this one. We got your back.
god.
Everybody's wise, and I'm just cute.
Killian, you hear this moaning noise, and something about it being so close to it sends a chill up your spine, and you cannot contain yourself. You cannot control yourself. You push yourself and leap off of Hadar's shoulders as an overwhelming sense of fear takes over you, and you.
I get advantage on frightened
Okay, roll again, my friend.
because I'm naturally brave because I'm a halfling, so I have advantage.
Shing!
7.
Yeah, you hightail it out of that cave, right out into the
Real
middle of
brave.
the woods, as far as your little halfling feet can take
Well-
you.
Does she run into Delilah, who's behind us? Or around Delilah?
She does, but she keeps on going.
Yeah, I would say since I can run in between legs because I'm so small, and also I'm a rogue, so I can go 25, 75 feet per round. Bye!
Well, there she goes.
Hadar, as you're turning around and watching Killian take off, you feel coming from one of the entrances this swack whip like tail hit across the back of your shoulders. You take 10 points of slashing damage as the tail of some creature comes whipping out at you. And immediately after that, you watch as out from the darkness comes this large winged creature with a small mouth. It tries to take a bite right out of your shoulder, but you're startled just enough to step out of the way. I need everyone to roll initiative. All right. Let me know when you're ready for these numbers.
Ready.
Over 20.
I got 22.
Excellent. 20 to 15.
15.
Awesome. 15 to 10.
13.
All right. Hadar, what'd you get?
5.
All right. Happens to the best of us.
This music is so like, you know, I feel like something's definitely going on.
Okay. Rowan, you turn to see this winged creature, dark on the top, light on the bottom, just come out of nowhere from the darkness, and it floats, and its wings kind of just move through the air impossibly, like just material floating. This one is the one that just assaulted Hadar, coming out of one of the entrances. What do you do?
Sorry, I was muted. I would like to try and hit it with my quarterstaff, maybe, as it flies by. I'm pretty dexterous, so I'd like to give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. Give it all the tries.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my quarterstaff, and I'm gonna try and, like, you know, hit it out of the air, basically.
Okay.
Okay, I got 18 to hit. Or, well, it's probably more than that. I've just been rolling really well, so I'm not adding any modifiers on it.
Yeah, you bring your quarterstaff right on top of it, and your staff hits right in the middle of it, and it gives a little bit in the air. Roll for damage, my friend.
I will get to roll a d8 for that, and it is 4 plus 3, so 7 points of damage.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, and there's a resounding thud as it hits. You're a monk. I think monks get more than one attack, right?
I do. Yeah, I do. If I knocked it out of the air, I would like to also try and punch it, because I got 2 of these right here, folks.
You know, it's just a floater.
Oh, it's a floater. Okay, cool.
It's just a floater.
Well, no, I'll wait. I'm gonna wait on that. I have to make sure I do that right. So I'll wait.
Okay. I don't know how monks run, so I will let you do that. All I know is from Critical Role, and I just watch it. I don't play that shit. Okay, do you want to do anything else? Do you want to move, or are you just gonna chill next to the thing?
So, did I hit it out of the air, or is it still flying?
It's just it's a flying floater.
Flying floater.
Yeah, you didn't knock it prone.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll move. I'm gonna move out of the way. I'm supposed to like hit and move. That's my thing. So I'm gonna hit and I'm gonna move. I'll move.
Okay.
Away.
Can you move without taking an attack of opportunity?
Yes. Well, yeah, I get 2 actions, so I can move away from. I can like use dodge as one of them. I'm pretty sure.
Or disengage is what you would want to do.
Oh, yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that.
Yeah, if you can disengage as your second thingamajigger, we're just gonna go with it. And then I'll let you figure out if you can or not later. So Rowan dashes in this little gnome thing with this quarterstaff, thwack, somehow manages to hit it from the top side, and then moves right back out. Like the little mouse gnome that could. Alright, awesome. This one that you just hit is pissed. It whips its head down at this tiny little short thing that would have the audacity to strike it. And it glides effortlessly through the air and reaches out with its face to bite you. It snaps out to bite you, but you see it coming. It's not exactly super fast, and so it's easy enough for you. You're already moving backwards. It's easy enough for you to step out of its way, and then it flips around and attempts to strike you with its tail for 16. Does that hit? So what is your armor class?
Yeah, my armor class is 15. It hits.
Okay. You, likewise to Hadar, feel the thwack of a tail whip-like smack against you. You take 7 slashing damage. Delilah, you saw this creature just around the corner before, but what you didn't see was the one in the other side of the cavern. And it lets out a moan as well from within the shadows.
Alrighty. I'm gonna walk up to Hadar.
So it's not your turn yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's actually the creature's turn. And you hear a moan come from another source. You can see this creature in front of you. It's in the middle of attacking, but you hear another moan still. I need everyone to make a... Oh, no, wait. Everyone actually succeeded. So it moans to no effect. Haha, I'm dumb. Crats. That's it. That's all that it does, because it thought it was being so cool. Killian, you running away, scared out of your mind.
Do I get a chance to sort of like fight the fright at the end of my turn?
Yeah, go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna grab my lucky coin as I'm going and go, Delilah said she'd protect me. Delilah said she'd protect me. You can do this. Go back, go back, go back. Yeah, it's 14.
Okay, excellent. You stop. You are partway through the forest. You have passed the corpse of the bear. You are like, huh, okay, I can do this. I've been hearing this whole time. Why was it so scary when I was right next to it? But I got it. And you find that inner resolve, and you whip, and you are no longer frightened.
Okay. I can't. That's the end of my turn. So.
Yes, true. But you can still move, though. That was just an action. You still have your movement.
I do?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will just start running back.
All right, yeah.
On my little halfling legs.
Yeah, you were able to make it pretty much right where you started because you had to move your full movement while you were frightened. So you all watch as Killian darts right back in mere seconds later into the cave, sweat on their brow.
Welcome back.
I trust you guys. We can do this. Okay.
Delilah, you're up.
Alrighty, so these things that are moaning, can I see them?
You can see one of them.
I can see one of them.
Well, you know, you saw one of them before. You can definitely see one of them now because that's the one that's actively attacking. And you heard it coming from a different the one that you can't actually see in this moment. You heard coming from another cavern system.
All right, so if I just can see one just a little bit, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and real quick. How is everyone looking? You guys aren't too bad. Y'all are not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and cast guiding bolt on this bat monster.
Okay.
17 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. 46 radiant. Oh, wow.
Damn.
16 points of radiant damage, and the next attack on it has advantage.
Holy guacamole.
So I just my staff, a globe of light, just fires into the thing. That's actually just gonna be my turn.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah, that was on the back, the swooping winged thing with the tail.
Yes. So the one that you can definitely see is the one that's been attacking people. Awesome. So yeah, so that that hits rather, and it suddenly lights up in this radiant glow, allowing everyone to hit it super precisely. Hadar, you're up.
I am going to do two things. Oh, I also want to say this is one of my favorite tracks. Thank you for the great music. So Hadar is going to do two things. First, he is going to we still only see one?
Mm-hmm.
We're aware of two though?
Yeah.
Okay, but we don't see the second. All right, so the one that's still plainly visible, he's going to do two things. First, well, how close is it?
It's right by you, buddy. That's the one that just hit you.
Like,
and then went
okay,
after Rowan.
Okay. So then I'm within melee range of it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
it's within 5 feet of me. I mean. Okay, so then I won't do what I was planning. I will just strike out with the halberd 2 times.
Awesome.
So let's get this going here.
First attack has advantage.
Yes.
Right. Yep.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the reminder. So the first attack was a 25 to hit, and the second was a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
So both, okay, so that is a total of 17 slashing damage from both attacks.
Ooh-wee.
Does it seem to be taking all of this damage, or is any of it seem to be resisted?
No, you cut into that thing like cutting into rubber, like a hot knife through rubber. What was it, 17?
Total of 17, yes, from both attacks.
Awesome. Yeah, it's dripping sort of like a red purplish blood onto the floor, and it cries out in pain as the blade of your halberd sinks deep into its hide.
Sweet. So Hadar spins the halberd over his head and is going to take 2 more slashes at it with his action surge.
Damn, okay.
My friends are in danger. So those are probably both going to hit. So yeah, 22 and a natural 20.
Jesus Christ.
So are we doubling the dice or rolling 2
You double what you roll in the dice, yeah.
double the roll? Okay,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you. So all right, so that is going to be, so I did, the first hit was a total of 13 slashing, and the critical hit is 11 slashing. So yeah, what's that?
4?
Yeah, that's right. All right, and that is, so that's action, bonus action, and well, technically that's not a bonus. That was just the action surge. But I don't have a bonus, so
I thought action surge is a bonus action. Oh, it's not? Well, fuck.
It's actually technically not, apparently. So
Technically.
because like if you have
Just
2 weapons, you can do an
Yeah.
offhand attack as a bonus and still action surge. So
Yeah,
anyway,
get it, fighter.
I am done for now. Thank you.
Yeah, that's excellent. Rowan, Delilah, Gillian, you dash in at the very moment. The Hadar just freaking goes, you know,
Ape shit.
yeah.
He goes ape shit.
Yeah,
on this.
he goes apeshit on this flying black thing with a lighter colored underside, and it cries out in pain. And Hadar, you manage to take off a significant chunk of one of its wings, and it starts to struggle to do its sort of, in its sort of like flying, floating position. It's looking real rough. Rowan. How can I help you?
Is it knock prone now? No, I'm just kidding. I would like to attack it again. I realized what I was trying to do last time and I found all the rules for it, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to try and hit this dude with my quarterstaff.
Do it. Get so monkey.
You're muted.
17.
17. 17.
I muted my own math. I don't want anyone to know how bad I am at math. So
It's okay. I'm counting on my fingers over here. You're so good. 17 definitely hits.
boom. Okay, so it gets some damage.
I can't wait to find out how much this damage is. I'm just gonna keep jamming to my own tunes.
Thanks. I'm glad this music is entertaining. So 6. It was less than 10.
It was 6? That seems really low.
It does seem low, doesn't it? Well, I only rolled a 3, and I only get +3, so it's like not great.
Oh.
That's math for you. I was like,
That's-
that can't be right, and it's right.
That's how it fucks you. But you can hit again, right? That's your monk shit.
Yep.
Hit
Second attack plus an
that son of a
attack.
bitch again.
That is correct. When I hit with my melee weapon, I can use Stunning Strike, which means I can spend one of my key points. I don't know if that's how you say it. I think of it like chi, but it's with a K. Chi points to make the target stunned until the end of my next turn if it fails a Constitution saving throw. So, Constitution saving throw, you weird monster dude.
So you're looking at this thing, and it's looking really rough. It's looking real rough. It's got all of Hadar's suey chops in it. It's bleeding all over the place. It's missing a good chunk of a wing.
It's almost dead. Just hit it again.
Should I just... Okay, I can do that. I don't need to stun it, is what you guys are telling me. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down, okay?
In his own way, Hadar is trying to be encouraging.
Like, just punch it, okay? Like, you've been waiting, just punch it. Okay, I'll punch it. That's fine.
It's so funny watching Ash count these numbers.
Yeah,
while I'm
numbers are
mute.
really hard for me. Want me to write an essay for you? Boom, I'm there. But no math.
All right,
Thanks. No.
give me.
Okay, let me. I'm going. I'm doing it.
Let me
Okay,
hear
I'm
about
gonna
that
punch an unarmed strike. 1d6 plus 3. I got a 6 plus 3. That's 9.
Wow. Yeah,
Not great.
You got to make a swing. Are you not able to attack with your staff again?
You can attack twice if you want.
With the staff. Oh, I
Yeah.
misread that. Well, okay.
Yeah. So
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
go-
Go ahead and roll with your staff instead.
Oh man, why are you guys giving me all these additional chances? What's up with this?
Because you're learning how to play monk, and that's what we do here. We learn by doing, baby.
Okay, 7 plus 3 is 10. See,
Okay.
it's not great.
Well, I think it's a little better. You go to strike with your quarterstaff yet again, but unfortunately, the creature kind of like dips down just as a result of its own pain and difficulty in staying afloat, and your quarterstaff just swings right by it in a miss. Do you get to do anything else, or
No, I
Is
think I
that-
just get.
is that all the monk gets to do, fellow
think-
players?
I can do 2 attacks if I want to, and that's like all I get. I'm pretty sure.
With your
Let me
main
reread it.
with the extra attack feature after 5th level and beyond with your main action, that's 2 attacks. And then always whenever you do an attack, as a bonus action, you can do 1 additional attack. So you always have at least 3 attacks.
And then if you spend the key point to do Flurry of Blows, you can get a total of 4.
So you
Monks
can
are
do
crazy.
one more attack if you'd like. With your
So now I can try my fists again, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Great news. That's why I'm tripped up with all these extra attacks.
You're pissed
Okay.
with that quarterstaff. It didn't work this time, so give it a good old left swing.
Right. It said I can drop it with one hand, so I was like, okay, I understand that much. Okay. So do I have to roll to hit again?
Yes.
Oh man. Thanks, guys. It's been like a long time since I played D&D. I'm stuck in Blue Rose. Oh, I got 19 on my dice. So I hit
Very
it.
nice.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
your knuckles sink into the sort of like soft, rubbery flesh of this floating, winged, tailed creature. Roll damage.
And I get to roll some damage on
Yeah,
that
you
one,
do.
and it's going to be 1d6 plus 3, and it's going to be 6 plus 3, which is 9. 9.
Rowan, you punch this thing right in the side of its stupid, ugly face. And it's just enough. You hear the skull crack underneath. And it goes flying and tumbling in the air, wrapping itself up in its own wings like a monstrous burrito. And it bounces off into the cave wall opposite of itself and just tumbles and falls to the ground, dead. Meanwhile, Killian, you skid to a stop inside of the cave just in time for another creature to come darting out at you from the darkness. Its mouth open as it attempts to bite you. For 22, does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay. You do take 9 piercing damage as it clamps down onto your tiny shoulder.
Uncanny dodge. I'm just gonna.
Excellent. I will need you to make a strength check.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh wait, hold on, sorry. I read that wrong. Yeah, that doesn't happen. You feel as the this mouth this music is so distracting. I gotta turn this one down. Holy crap.
I'm terrified.
The mouth clamps down on your shoulder, and you feel as the wings wrap around your body. Again, this creature is light on the underside, dark on the outer side, and its rubbery wings wrap around you. You are blinded, and you are now unable to breathe while this thing is attached to you.
Okay, that's good. Do I take 4 or 5 with uncanny dodge? Is it round up or round down when you have?
Someone remind me. I don't remember.
Round
You
down.
can rule it either way. Usually it's round down, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We're just gonna go with this because this sounds fun. I don't know if I'm reading this thing right. Whatever. This sounds cool. I can't wait to see what you guys do about this situation. So it's attached to you.
She's grappled?
Strained?
Restrained.
Probably-
She's eaten.
Probably restrained. No, I think you can still move around in there. You're blinded and you can't breathe.
Restrained.
Yeah, there you go. But it does attempt to smack you with its tail right in the feet for 19. Think that hits. So you take 7 slashing damage.
Okay. That's fine.
You can still uncanny dodge that, I'm guessing.
I think
you
I
do a
only
little
get-
jig.
I think you only get one because it's my
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright. You all watch as tiny Killian, tiny baby Killian, so sweet, is getting a wonderful hug from a cloaker. Delilah, you're up.
Oh, it is my turn after all, isn't
Do
it?
I not get a turn?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Killian, you go. I accidentally skipped you.
No,
But
you're fine. You're fine.
Delilah, you're on deck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do something really stupid because I can't breathe and I can't see. It bit me, right?
It did.
Is it still biting me?
It is it's latched on like a lamprey. You can try to detach yourself.
This is like an alien situation, right? Where it like latches on the face and it's like, oh, like that's kind of what I'm picturing. It's
Yeah.
like an alien.
You can try to detach yourself if you like from it, but you'll need to make a strength check.
Instead of that, because I'm not very smart, I want to attempt to take my flask of alchemist fire and shove it down its throat. Pop it and shove.
I love it.
Holy shit.
Give it indigestion.
Well, so technically you're blind.
Okay, can I feel it?
You can try it. You can certainly try. You're gonna need to. Does the alchemist fire? That's just an item?
Yeah, it's an item. You make a dexterity. It's a ranged attack, but I'm inside of you, so.
Disadvantage.
There we go. That's on
I
brand
feel like
for
the
this channel.
dexterity, you're probably gonna land it on this one. That's like you're right up in there.
So you're not in range, so you're not able to throw it, and you're also blinded. So, oh gosh, how do I want to adjudicate this? So the easier way would be for me to tell you to just roll with disadvantage.
Just
But-
shove it in.
You're trying to get into its mouth? Yes. Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
I feel like she would know where the mouth is. It's like right on her face, right? Like.
Well, it's not on her face.
Okay.
But it is lashed on like a lamprey.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a dex check with disadvantage.
Dex check with disadvantage.
Or roll dex. Sorry. Roll dex. Add your proficiency modifier.
Add my proficiency modifier.
mhm.
Okay, well, I got a 3 and a 1, but I can re-roll the 1, but it doesn't matter because I got a 3.
Okay.
But I can add my dex to it, so that's 9, so 12.
And your proficiency modifier.
And my proficiency modifier?
Yeah.
Okay, 16.
Okay. You managed to cork this cloaker with your bottle of alchemist fire, and it opens up. And what happens?
So it opens and it pours down its throat, and the alchemist fire just sort of begins to burn it from the inside. So it's gonna take 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. And it technically can extinguish it, but since it's inside of its body, I don't know how it would do that.
Yeah, I think it's a little shit out of luck as far as that's concerned. Roll me some damage, my friend.
Okay. That'd be a 3.
Okay. Yeah, it burps in your face and it's pretty gross.
Now I can't breathe and also bad breath.
Yeah, and it definitely belches out a little bit of fire, which you tilt your head just out of the way to avoid getting singed. And you can hear the sort of gurgling in its belly. All right. Do you do anything else while you start to suffocate?
Well, I can't struggle out because I already used my action.
Correct.
I don't think I have any bonus actions that would help me in this situation. I guess I could disengage from it.
No.
But I
Not
not
really.
sure how that
No.
works. Yeah.
It's
So, no. Yeah, I'm good. I'll just suffocate.
super.
So is Killian within a 5-foot radius of me?
No.
Okay, never mind.
No.
My plan spoiled.
Oh, you guys are pretty close in there, but she's not in melee range with you right now. Okay, cool. Killian, you are currently suffocating. Delilah, now it's your turn.
Killian, you've got yourself into a terrible mess. I'm going to just walk up to her and cast Lesser Restoration, which can end blinded. The blinded condition. So I'm assuming that would detach. The magic would detach the cloaker?
If you want to... No. It's...
Okay.
Killian's blind because she's wrapped up in a cloaker and she can't see anything. That's why.
Okay.
It's almost like when, the living carpet or whatever, you get rolled up around those.
Alright, then can I just use my action to heal her instead?
Yes. Do you have to... that just happens, right? You just touch them and it happens?
Yeah, it's the healer. It's the healer's kit. I'm the healer's...
Oh.
I have the healer's feet.
Okay, so you're using a healer's kit to heal her?
Yeah, and my healer feat allows me to use a healer's kit to heal people.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's 10 and then 9. 6 plus 4 plus 9, right? So 19. You heal 19 points.
So before that happens,
Yeah.
to even reach in there and be able to administer this quick aid, the healer's kit has bandages and things like that. You're trying to get in there and wrap up her bandages. Meanwhile, she's covered up in a cloaker. I want you to roll a dex check at disadvantage.
Okay. 16 total.
Nice. Yeah. You somehow managed to get in there and by the sheer grace of your god, reach in there, unroll gauze and various other things and just wrap her up real quickly in between while this cloaker is sort of flailing about her and making her extremely difficult to deal with. So yeah,
Right.
19 points.
You heal 19, and with my bonus action, I will healing word Hadar.
You hear a muffled, "Thank you!" from inside.
You heal 8, Hadar. That's my turn.
Amazing. That's some shit right there. Hadar, what are you up to?
First, he says, "Thank you, Delilah," and then he walks over and just like one hand on the creature, one hand on Killian, and is just gonna wrench them apart. So I'm gonna use my action to remove her from this cloaker.
Make a strength check.
Indeed, gladly.
Shit
That would be a dirty 20.
Damn! Yes, you do that. 100%. And meanwhile, the cloaker is flailing and trying to snap at you as you do this. Killian, you're able to breathe suddenly. The low light in the cavern greets you.
Yeah. So I remember. I just have this image of myself, literally, Killian by her collar, and the cloaker by some of its flesh, and just and trying to hold them as far apart from each other as I can. I think that's probably going to be my turn because that was the action. So
Yeah. Awesome. Rowan, you watch as Hadar, this unbelievable feat of strength. Meanwhile, this cloaker is flailing about, trying to snap at him. Killian is freed. Delilah has somehow managed to patch Killian up while they were encased in the cloaker? What the flippity fuckity? What do you do?
We're the underdog, and we are gonna kill it. Okay, that's what I'm thinking right now. And also, I'm gonna come and try and, I guess, kill this thing so it stops flailing around and cutting people with its tail. I'm not down with that. Okay, let's be real. I'm not down with that.
I'm holding it like a punching bag for you.
All right,
Well-
Rowan, do your thing.
I have some sad news about this roll. I rolled a 6. Yeah, that's that.
Pl-
Let's see,
6
6
plus
let's see, for melee attack, that would be +7. So what? 6 and 7, that's 13.
You go to swing at it with your quarterstaff, presumably, and it's flailing about. You just manage to miss it as it flips itself up right above your quarterstaff.
Oh man, I saw that coming.
So close. You have more attacks.
I do. You're right about that.
You're the monk.
So-
Get in there.
I sure am. So now I am allowed to take the attack, and I missed that. Fantastically missed that. So now I can take. What is it now? It's I can take flurry of blows again. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Let's try it. Oh no. Nope, no dice. I got 2 + 7, which is 9 on that one to hit.
Does that include the stuff you add to your rolls?
It does.
Yeah, you're having a tough time. Something about seeing Killian wrapped up like that really broke your concentration. And it's
I did not see that coming, and it is really shaking me up.
yeah, exactly. Do you get a third attack, right? My monk experts in arcane.
Yeah, I think if I can land it, maybe I'll get one more. Okay, here we go. Now I got a natural 20.
Damn! Heck yeah!
Okay, so we're with my hands again, which is a D6. Oh, that's a... Okay, that's a 6
Oh, nice.
plus...
So you'll double that, so it's a 12 plus.
Yeah, 12 plus 3 is 15.
Excellent. Yeah. You follow through, pissed off and furious that this son of a bitch keeps just wiggling right out of your grasp, and you hit it with the undercut right in its stupid, soft belly. Awesome.
Maybe forget about the quarterstaff and just hit things with your fists.
Can do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The cloaker gets tired of being held and swung at like a punching bag. It wrenches itself free, and it goes to bite the hand that doesn't feed it, Hadar. It goes to chomp at you. That's 21. Does it hit?
Indeed.
Okay, excellent. You take 10 piercing damage. Yeah. Unlike our good friend Killian, it does not latch onto you, but it does take a good old chunk out of your tail or out of your shoulder just in time. It holds on just long enough for it to swing its tail around and try to smack you in the face for a 16.
That deflects off my armor.
And it does. It backs away from you, releasing you from the grip of its jaw. Killian. You're muted.
Gonna unmute myself. That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Okay, so I wanna just kind of wiggle out of Hadar's hold and like get down on the ground, sort of duck in between Hadar's knees, because I can do that because I'm nimble. And I still have my wand out from earlier, and I haven't gotten to use it yet. And I don't know how magic works, but I have this wand, and I'm allowed to use it. So I'm gonna cast magic missile at 4th level.
What? Do it. Do the thing.
So, magic missile at 4th level, I believe, is 6 D4 darts, and I think I
Plus
just
six.
I think I multiply it, right? I don't roll 6. I roll 1d4 and then
No,
add
you
that.
roll 6 times 6d4
Mhm.
Okay.
plus 6.
That's a lot of dice.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's 10 plus 8, 18 plus 6 is 24 points of damage.
Nice.
And as I like wave it around, these little like balls of like bright pink and green and blue balls of magic just sort of swirl around. I'm like, go away!
Yeah, and each one hits poof, 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 and knocks it around. And it lets out that same sort of moaning as it flops around like a piñata as you hit it with your magical missiles. Did you do anything else?
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide behind Hadar, because I think I'm small enough that I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah. Roll a stealth check.
That's 18 plus 5, 23.
I just get rid of erase 23, which is the thing you rolled last, but I don't have to, because it's still the same number. Cool. Awesome. Delilah, what do you do?
Alrighty, I'm gonna look at this awful little monstrosity. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead. Wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
Oh boy. Wow. You said a DC 16?
Yeah, wisdom.
What, does it take half damage on a save?
No, none.
Oh. Yeah, it is immune, seemingly, to the effect. It just sort of flaps its wings at you, pissed off, lets out a little bit of a screech.
So then with my bonus action, I'm going to conjure a spiritual weapon, which takes the form of a dagger.
Very cool, very cool. Okay.
I believe this hit last time. 17 total?
Yes.
Yeah, 9 plus 8. Alrighty. That's 1d8 plus 4 force damage. 6 points of force damage.
Nice. What color is the blade of this dagger?
It's black.
Okay. Sure enough, it slices right into it for 6 points, you said?
Yep, that's my turn.
Awesome. This thing is looking bruised. One of its wings is a little oddly bent. That dagger takes a big ol' chunk right out of it. And its blood splatters on the ground underneath it as it sort of floats and hovers in the air. Not looking super hot. Hadar, bring it home.
How messed up does this thing appear to be? Still pretty healthy looking, or pretty thrashed?
It's not looking on death's door necessarily, but it's not looking like it's having a good day either.
All right, so I am going to I sort of take in a really huge. Is anybody in front of me? Any of my companions in front of me? Between me and the creature?
Rowan is probably around it, because she was the last one to strike. But this cave system is large enough that you can move around if you need to adjust your positioning.
So, yeah. I'm going to step in such a way that I can essentially inhale and just lightning breath above like I'm gonna give her static hair. like right, hopefully right into the face of this creature, but like right over the top of Rowan.
So this is a cone.
Sorry, Roywin.
Roywin. Yes, you're right. Roywin. This is a cone, right?
No, it is a line.
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah. Just erupt right out of your mouth.
And so it's a dex save, DC 14.
Oh. Yeah, it doesn't even see it coming.
Awesome. So it's going to take 3d6. Boom! That's a nice solid hit. How about 14 lightning damage?
Dang. There's a smell of barbecue in the air.
This is reminding me of Mulan, and he's like, and that's Mongolian barbecue.
Yep, this is Wyllowood barbecue, specialty in the area. It is bleeding. The lightning cauterizes its wounds, but it starts to hover more closely to the ground. It's having a hard time keeping itself up, and there's just sort of like glaze that comes across its eyes. At this point, it just starts snapping at anything near it. Looks like it's just operating on instinct at this point. Rowan, tell us about it.
I'm gonna try hitting it again. I dropped my quarterstaff because my compatriots were like, you should not do that. Okay. We got, let's see, 16. 16 to hit.
Yeah, you
A hit.
move up to it, land it, strike solid right to its body.
Oh, well, that wasn't great. So 5 points of damage.
Okay.
I get to go again.
Yes, you do.
Do I have to roll every single time? I guess
sure
that's the reality of martial arts right there, folks. You got to plan it every single time.
Mhm.
Okay, 7 and 7 is 14.
You barely hit it.
Oh.
You strike it once in the side, and it moves. Just you miscalculated visually where you needed to hit it, but luckily enough, you kind of basically batted it into your own fist.
I like that. Okay, so then, that's not very much. That's 4 points of damage.
All right, and at this point, you're just smacking it around like
I'm just holding on for dear life.
like a punching bag. And honestly, it's not even really fighting back anymore.
So for my last, I got 14. Okay, so 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 and 3 is 7 points of damage.
Tell me what this looks like as you loosen the last breath from this cloaker.
So, I just came up to this cloaker. I was just punching it, just like boom, boom, and then I get it with the uppercut, just like.
Yeah, and you launch it. You launch it right up into the ceiling of the cave. It smacks off the top, bounces back down, and rolls into a heap of dead cloaker flesh. Good job, guys.
Nice.
Cloaks have 78 points of damage. Or health. I didn't know how long that was going to take, but I figured it might take a while.
You were not wrong.
Hadar sort of like puts his back to one of the walls of this cave system and then like sort of slides down to the floor and breathing a little heavy. Says, I'm not sure about you three, but I could use a short rest.
As could I.
Are you feeling winded, Hadar?
Muted.
Thank you. He's sort of got his knees up, his arms on his knees, his head is sort of hanging just a little bit. He's just kind of catching his breath, you know. He's trying to, you know, like recuperate his energy.
Do we hear anything else in the cave?
No, it goes silent. All you hear is the light patter of rain hitting the ground outside.
Looks like an excellent opportunity to take a short rest. If anyone needs any healing after they take their short rest, they can ask me.
Plop down on the floor exactly where I'm standing. Just boop.
Lila, you're so helpful. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. It's just my job. I've been doing it for years. I'm happy to be of service to people in need.
Did we get some extra healing there? Was that what I heard?
I recommend using your hit dice first, and then if you need something.
No,
Delilah says out loud.
Just checking.
In the real world, we all have these things called hit dice. We don't mind choosing yours first.
They're an underused resources. Some people play the game without even knowing they exist.
This is real shit right now, okay? It's like, if you think about what's really going on here, Delilah knows what's really going on here.
Mm-hmm. Delilah has that meta knowledge. Delilah is a traveler between worlds.
Delilah knows a lot of secrets.
Delilah.
How do we-
I love
Sorry. It's a Florida joke.
How do we use our hit dice in D&D Beyond? I do not know this.
Oh, let's see. Where's it at in there? If someone knows, feel free to
I
speak
believe
up.
it's part of the rest button. So if you click short rest, yeah, they pop up.
Thank
Click short
you.
rest, yeah. You could just
And how many hit dice you're gonna? I love it. Okay, super.
Matt's an expert. He's played 3,000 games in the past 24 hours.
That's right. That's right.
So you all spend your hour inside the cave as a slight drizzle comes down out of the evening sky of Wyllowood.
Gonna does anyone want a drink? And hold up my flask.
What do you have in the flask, Killian?
Well, let me check because I have a bunch of them. I'll pop it open and no, not that one. That's more of the fire breath. Okay, this one's beer.
Oh, I'm not a huge fan of beer, but I'll have a sip.
Okay, here. And I think I have another one that's not poison. Maybe. I don't know. Let me look.
Is this one poison?
Well, some of them are poison and some of them are like fire juice and some of them are alcohol, which is also kind of like fire juice, but like a different kind of fire juice.
I'm sure I'll be
This
fine.
one should be safe. And another one to Roywin.
It's a very smart move, you know. No one will know which one's poisoned without you, Killian, so no one could steal your stash.
Exactly. I should probably label them, but it's fine.
It's refreshing.
Hadar uses 2 of his hit dice and is now full at the end of our rest.
You're looking very strong and strapping there, Hadar.
Thank you. I'm feeling much better.
Thank you, I'm feeling much better, he says gruffly. Love it. Amazing. Sorry,
Delilah, I just wanted to say that well, thank you for helping me be brave back there because I was gonna run away, but then I remembered what you said, so then I came back. So thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I'm only sorry that I couldn't prevent you from running in the first place, but I think we all learned something there.
Yeah.
Delilah, as you sit there and you share some beer with Killian, and provide your healing magics to the rest of the group, you see out of, again, the corner of your eye, you're so perceptive, a tree that wasn't previously at the very entrance of this cave. And then you blink, shake your head, no, surely I just must be mistaken, a lot has happened. Look back, tree's gone. And we're gonna go ahead and end it there, and we'll pick up again for our last session next Monday. Thank you, everybody.
Oh,
Yay!
That was a lot of fun, Nox.
That was-
Knox, why you always hit me with those cliffhangers? Why? Oh, so many cliffhangers.
The atmosphere of this whole session, holy shit.
That was really good. Really well done.
Totally.
Yay, I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next session. I have some fun stuff I can't wait to throw at you guys. So we'll So we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. We have about 6 more minutes left before the top of the hour, which will put us right at our ending time. Thank you everyone that tuned in to watch. I know a lot of people had to go to bed before we could finish, but we'll see you the next time. And thank you all so much for signing up and playing and agreeing when I asked if you wanted to play. I hope you had a good time. We'll go ahead and do final goodbyes where we can find you on the internet. Anything you want to promo about your cool projects, things you're excited about in your future. And then I also would love to know what your favorite moment of the game was. We will go ahead and start with Gregory. Gregory, let us know where you can find you on the internet. Anything cool happening in your life, and your favorite moment.
Cool. So, yeah, I am Gregory Festo on Twitter. Again, you can search for 1N20D&D. You can find me on YouTube. I do a daily D&D and RPG vlog, as well as post some game videos and stuff like that as well, from sessions that I've played. And I am also looking forward to doing this next week, as well as I'm trying to get myself out into the community for more streams and stuff. So my favorite moment for this evening, wow, there was a couple of really cool ones. I think I I enjoyed being the camel for the evening.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, I love little little moments between the characters like that. So it was fun having Killian riding on my shoulder.
That was super cute. I liked that a lot too. That was fun to watch. Awesome. Anders, tell us where we can find you on the internet. Anything you're excited about coming up, and what your favorite moment was for the evening.
Okay. No, I don't need to use the Killian voice anymore. You can find me personally on Twitter at Anders_D_K. You could also follow at Hats Cats and at Hats Cats Clerics. There's no and on the Twitter, which is a D&D tabletop community that I'm the creative director for, and we're super, super into welcoming LGBT and people of color into a safe place where they can find games where they feel comfortable and welcome to play. And we're running in, it's almost May, like 2 weeks from now, May 3rd. We're doing a 12-part charity stream for Trans Lifeline with all trans and non-binary players. We're going to be playing Fate of the Flying Temple, which is a very cool game based on peaceful and problem solving, and conflict is bad. And so that should be really fun. So, yeah. My favorite moment, I think, was you guys destroyed the bear and I didn't have to do anything. It was great. You guys were super badass. That was awesome, especially the Toll the Dead. That was like...
Yeah, that was what Toll the Dead was wild at the end. 100% agree with that. Awesome. Love it. Love everything that I just heard that came out of your mouth. Ash, tell us what your favorite moment was for the evening.
I really loved you describing the sunset when we were sailing in. It reminded me of a game that we played another time. What was that? We played it with... I don't know. Anyway, Whitney described the sunset and like the rolling hills. It just was
Fall
really...
of Magic. Is that your thing?
Yeah.
Fall of Magic? Yeah.
Yes. Fall of Magic.
Yeah.
We played that, and you were like on a roll with describing that nature, and I was on that train, and I really loved that. And I also really loved when Hadar just crushed that dude, just crushed. Oh, that was so sweet. It was a sweet, sweet move with the halberd and the. Oh, man, it was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my 2 favorite moments.
Yeah, I always forget how badass fighters are until they come out swinging, and then you're like, "Oh my god, what is happening?"
Right? I'm like picturing it in my head. I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you hit and you hit so good, it's like, yes, I can just picture it in my head. I don't know why. So that was great. Yeah, I'm on Twitter sometimes. I'm on Twitter more if I'm streaming games with Nox. Other than that, not really.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, it is totally fine.
It is totally fine. That's right.
You may find me online playing video games every once in a while. That's about it. If not, you'll see me here, just being a nerd. I like it a lot.
Yay, nerds! Awesome. Matthew, tell us where we can find you on the internet. Anything you're excited about coming up, and what your favorite moment was for the evening.
So yeah, I'm Matthew Foreman. I am at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. Quite frankly, I produce a lot of fucking D&D content. So just follow me on Twitter if you have any hopes of keeping up with it all. I run 2 games a week, and I play in one, and I usually volunteer to come on variant roles for 2 or 3 games a week. So here we are. My favorite moment tonight was I had a lot of them, aside from all the great atmosphere and everything, but I really liked the little bit of role play at the end. That's the shit I live for. Those little side, I live for side conversations, and I like playing Delilah.
Yeah, Delilah's cool.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Delilah's just so chill. Like, I'm like waiting to see like what is it that ticks Delilah off? Like how do you get under Delilah's skin? Because Delilah's just like, whatever, I'll heal you, no problem.
You don't want to know what gets under Delilah's skin. That's the real shit right there. Like, you don't want to know.
Right.
You make her mad, it's over.
You're probably right. Right, and why do I feel nervous about that? Like, I'm the one facilitating this game. I should not feel nervous about that. I feel nervous about that as an idea. Like, what? That's the power of Delilah.
Thank you.
Delilah transcends.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, again, my name is Nox. You can find me on the internet. It's on Twitter at NoxNoctua. I am a member of the Creative Council here over on Variant Roles. We're always looking for Variant Roles is a highly experimental and inclusive channel here on Twitch for tabletop role-playing games. So we're always looking for folks to submit their ideas. And we're always trying to run these community games. So we will have more of Mad Mage. We'll also be running more of Wizards further adventure modules as community games. We also try to run Cypher System here as one-shots. Usually it's on a Thursday. But just follow us on Twitter at Variant Roles. That's where we post our sign-up sheets. I'm also playing here every Sunday with our wonderful friend Matthew in a game of Urban Shadows. I play a vampire, and I try to do a Greek accent. That's right, it's Greek. You would never know, but that's what it is.
Oh, is that what that is?
I'm surprised to hear this, but that's what she's going for.
Look, YouTube Greek accents, and then you're gonna understand my pain, okay? They are not easy. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining. I'm super excited to come back for this next week and conclude things and throw more weird fungus and spores at our players. Yeah, everyone, have an awesome week. Bye.
Thank you, Nox.